Hello again, this is session 3 of poem work. Now last time I asked you to have a think about what sort of weather was occurring during this poem and what sort of mood you think you're in when you're reading this poem. The weather gives us clues, perhaps. Is it a sunny, bright day? I don't think so. I think we get our clues from the language itself in the poem. They suggest that the weather is perhaps a bit windy, yeah? And with wind that might make the sea a bit rough, yeah? So I don't think it's necessarily a sunny day. So I think, shall we decide that it's going to be quite a downbeat day, a bit stormy, a bit gloomy? There's a grey sea mist, isn't there, yeah? Yeah, so we're getting our clues from what exists in the poem. The language is there to help us, yeah? Yeah, so we kind of got the weather sorted out, I think. And what about the mood, this character's mood? What do you think he or she is feeling? Do you think she's sad or happy, up or down, melancholy, that lovely word we have? What do you think? Yeah? We don't know, but it's up to you to decide by getting clues from the text, yeah? And then that'll help you decide whether this person is happy or sad, yeah? And what the weather's been doing that might make them happy or sad. Always getting our clues from the text. So we're just beginning to put our character together a bit. So when we do perform this poem, we can really make it clear to our listener, to our audience, what sort of person this character is and what the atmosphere is like, what the weather's like, etc., where they are. Because they don't necessarily have to be at the sea, this character, do they? They might be about 80 miles from the sea, which is where I am right now. I'm about 85 miles from the sea, actually. But I'd love to go to the sea. When you haven't been for a while, you think, oh, I must go down to the sea again. Yeah, that's what I'd like to do. Maybe not today because it's quite grey outside, but that's normally where you get the impulse to want to do something different when you're far away from something. Okay, so we've got your mood, we've got the weather, and these are just building blocks as we get closer to performing this lovely poem. Now, before we begin today's session, I just want to make sure that you've warmed up properly. If you haven't, please just pause this tape and go off and just make sure you've done your vocal exercises for the day. Okay? Excellent. So we're going to be doing a bit of work on phrasing the poem today. And by that I just mean getting from the beginning of one line to the end without having to breathe in between, yeah? So we've done good warm-up exercises. We're supporting our diaphragm. We have good posture. And we should therefore be able to, by taking a deep breath, get from the beginning to the end of each line at an even pace, at a strong pace from beginning to end, no weakening, running out of breath at the end. We should be able to do that if we're vocally prepared. So let's just try the first line, okay? Let's see if we can get that whole first line out together without having to breathe anywhere along the way. Shall we try that? So nice relaxed knees, relaxed shoulders, make sure that jaw is relaxed. And let's just do that first phrase. Ready? Deep breath in. I must go down to the seas again, to the lonely sea and the sky. How did we get on there? Should we try that again? A nice big breath in, a nice even pace. Ready? I must go down to the seas again, to the lonely sea and the sky. Still got plenty of breath left in there? You should do, yeah? If you're supporting your diaphragm and your lungs properly, yeah? Should be plenty of breath left in there. Let's take that line again. Keep an eye on the diction and the clarity, always making sure we're working hard, that everyone can understand us. Get those 42 muscles in our face working properly, yeah? So we'll try that again. This time we'll take that first line even slower. But we've got to make the breath last, okay? So a nice big deep breath in. I must go down to the seas again, to the lonely sea and the sky. How did you do? Get there? Need to breathe? No? Good. Let's try it again, even slower, but making sure that breath lasts the whole of that first line. Are we ready? I must go down to the seas again, to the lonely sea and the sky. How was that? Very good. One more time. Deep breath in. I must go down to the seas again, to the lonely sea and the sky. Excellent. See, already your lungs are getting stronger. Hopefully you're relaxed. Those knees are unlocked, yeah? And we're getting there. keeping the articulation and the clarity going all the time. Let's move on to the second line. Give that a go, shall we? The second line. Ready? Same thing again. We'll take it quite slowly, yeah, and get slower and slower. Deep breath in. And all I ask is a tall ship and a star to steer her by. Yeah? How was that? Enough breath there for that second line? Good. And remember, you can breathe at the end of each line here. Yeah? It's not our object to get through all 4 lines without breathing in between. Yeah? Let's take that second line again, even slower this time, making sure we're really working the muscles, our teeth, our tongues, the tip of our lips and all that. Yeah? Let's get that second line out nice and clear and even slower this time. Let's see if that breath can last the distance of that second line. Ready? And all I ask is a tall ship and a star to steer her by. How did you do? Yeah? Good. Let's try that again. Getting even slower. And all I ask is a tall ship and a star to steer her by. Yes, we're keeping volume and strength right from the beginning to the end, just getting the stamina going in your lungs with good breath support. Excellent. One more time, just one more time that second line. Let's be really sure we've got it. Okay. And all I ask is a tall ship and a star to steer her by. Excellent. Let's move on to the third line now. Yeah. Now the third line I think will be the toughest one to do because it's slightly longer than the first 2 we've done. Yeah. So we see how we go. So nice deep breath in. And the wheels kick and the wind's song and the white sail shaking. How did you get on there? It's just a little bit longer, that line, it feels. Should we try it again? Nice deep breath in, and we'll slow it down a little bit more. Ready? Nice clear articulation. Okay? And the wheels kick and the wind's song and the white sail shaking. Yeah, it just takes a little bit more air out of your lungs, that line, doesn't it? Let's slow it down even more. See how well we're doing with our good breath support. So nice deep in breath. And the wheels kick and the wind's song and the white sail shaking. Very good. I want to do that one more time. See if we can push our luck with our breath support there. Yeah? Yeah? Nice deep breath in. Excellent posture going on. Yep. And the wheels kick and the wind's song and the white sail shaking. Excellent. Excellent. You really feel the weather this guy's experiencing there. Yeah, the white sail shaking, the wind's song, you know, that lovely noise of the wind it makes, whistle of the wind, that noise, fantastic. The wheel's kicking because, you know, if you let it go, it'll spin round. You've got to grab that wheel. Yeah, the wheels kick. The wind's song, white sail shaking. So, we're in a determined mood. Yeah, we might have been in a grumpy or bad mood before, but now we're focused on piloting this ship. Yeah, the weather, it's a bit rough and ready, I think. Yeah, getting the language to come alive. Excellent work. So, the last line. Things calm down a bit. Yeah? It's calming down. And a grey mist on the sea's face and a grey dawn breaking. Yeah? Quite a contrast to the previous 3 lines. Yeah, in the morning time, there's a grey mist. It's called a har. Yeah, that's the sea fog. A har. That's why they go, a har me hearties, the pirates. Not really, just made that up. So, a har. Yeah, a mist. Yeah, okay. So we can go for that final line now. Nice deep breath in. And a grey mist on the sea's face and a grey dawn breaking. Excellent. Nice deep breath in again, even slower now, yeah? And a grey mist on the sea's face and a grey dawn breaking. Yeah? Let's up the volume a little bit in that one. It's tempting to say it more softer and gentler. Let's keep it loud for just now. We'll modulate it later. Ready? And a grey mist on the sea's face and a grey dawn breaking. Excellent. Got all 4 lines out there, yeah? Excellent. Let's try and put them all together, yeah? Shall we try and put them all together? Go on then. Taking a breath at the end of each line. Okay, slowly and surely off we go. I must go down to the seas again, to the lonely sea and the sky. And all I ask is a tall ship and a star to sail her by. And the wheels kick and the wind's song and the white sails shaking. And a grey mist on the sea's face and a grey dawn breaking. We took 4 breaths there and we got through, didn't we? Let's try that again. I will slow it down a little bit more. Ready? Nice deep breath in. I must go down to the seas again, to the lonely sea and the sky. And all I ask is a tall ship and a star to steer her by. And the wheels kick and the wind's song and the white sails shaking. And a grey mist on the sea's face and a grey dawn breaking. How was that? We're doing pretty well, I think. Really sustaining that breath support from the beginning to the end of each line. Taking a breath only at the end of each line. Yeah? I'd like you to practice that 3 times, the whole poem 3 times by yourself just now. Just pause the video and just practice that whole song 3 times, taking your time with it and trying not to breathe until the end of the line. Yeah? Remember a good posture, relaxed jaw, relaxed shoulders. Try it 3 times and then come back to the video, okay? How did you get on? Getting easier? Are you beginning to learn the lines now? The lines hopefully will be becoming more easy, yeah? Just by repetition, they're easier to remember, yeah? Excellent work today. So, for the next session, I'd like you to really think about who you think this poem is to. Who are you saying it to? As an actor, we always need to know that it's not just the audience we're talking to, but we're talking to someone in particular. There's a relationship there. So have a think about who this poem is to. Is it a complete stranger? Is it someone you know, a friend? Someone you know very, very well? Yeah? And have a think now about where you are. Yeah? Are you sitting on a bench talking to this stranger or this person you know? Are you indeed even at the seaside? You don't need to be at the seaside. You might be in the desert wishing you were at the seaside. So have a think about who you're talking to and where you are. We know what mood you're in and we know what the weather's like, yeah? But think about who it's to and where you are. And we'll build on that with the next session. Okay? We'll see you then.